and gentlemen, you're watching Startup Central with me, Sumita Karir. And amidst the ongoing global power play post the launch of China's DeepSeek AI, Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw today announced that India is all set to develop its own world-class, made-in-India generative AI model, joining the ranks of global players like OpenAI's ChatGPT and China's DeepSeek. Now, the minister said that a techno-legal approach will be used to build it and biases will be removed. He also said that at least 6 developers have been identified who can roll this out in 8 to 10 months. In fact, the cost of compute, he said, will be the lowest in the world. But where is India positioned in the global AI race as of now and in the future? Let's hear it out from the Union IT Minister himself, who was addressing a press conference earlier in the day today.
The innovations which are happening in AI world are humongous. Really amazing innovations that are happening. And our country, India, definitely will play a major role in it. Definitely we will, because we have very strong software capabilities, we have very strong innovative innovation ecosystem. So we will play, our country will definitely play a major role in it. Yes, AI models will, and the entire ecosystem will become very distributed, that's for sure. What will be important in the way forward is how we use AI. What's the best applications that we can create? That will become really, really important in the coming days. We believe that there are at least 6 major developers who will be able to create foundational models in the next 8 to 10 months on the outer limit, and 4 to 6 months on a more aggressive estimate, more optimistic estimate. What the world has seen today is that algorithmic efficiency matters a lot. Algorithmic efficiency can deliver a model at much lower cost and in a much lesser time that the world has seen today. And many of our researchers have been working on similar concepts that we are confident that using those concepts, we will be able to have a world-class foundational model in the coming few months.
In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the minister also added that India will soon host DeepSeek on Indian servers. It is an open source model. And amidst those hectic developments around AI happening globally, and of course, there are concerns that are related to data safety that's related to the surge of DeepSeek. In fact, Indian government sources tell ET now that there's nothing alarming as of now, and government will look at taking action if such issues crop up. Remember, India had banned several Chinese apps in 2020, including TikTok and WeChat, amidst border tensions. Indian government then cited espionage concerns. And staying with more news from the AI space, while Microsoft-backed OpenAI's chief Sam Altman is reportedly planning a visit to India as soon as next week. That's going to be his first visit in 2 years. And this comes in even as the company is facing legal challenges in the country, in India, and there is a fight from Chinese companies as well. So what's going to be on the agenda of the visit of the top brass of OpenAI? Well, remember, like I said, OpenAI's chief Sam Altman last visited India in 2023 when he met the Prime Minister in New Delhi and discussed the potential of AI in boosting India's tech ecosystem. Now, OpenAI has the second largest user base in the country. In fact, the company's representatives could also look at meeting Indian government representatives. There's also buzz that senior officials from OpenAI could also tour neighboring countries as well. Remember this, even as OpenAI is facing a copyright lawsuit in India from a group of not just book publishers, but media companies as well. In India, the case began with legal action from ANI last year, and in recent weeks, several other media companies and outlets have joined in. Now, these media companies claim that OpenAI's ChatGPT service infringes on their copyrights by reproducing summaries and extracts from unlicensed online copies. So next week is going to be quite interesting from an AI perspective. We'll have to see see how that visit really shapes up. Meanwhile, the big tech giants, Microsoft and Meta, have reported the December quarter earnings. Meta has topped Q4 sales estimates, while Microsoft has recorded the slowest revenue growth since mid-2023. Exactly what are the details and the fine print of these earnings? My colleague Sharad is here with more details.
Well, in focus are two big tech earnings coming, and first one being, of course, Microsoft. Overall, the numbers did beat analyst estimates, but the guidance itself, especially the revenue for the next quarter, which is the March quarter, the third quarter for the reporting for Microsoft, that was on the lower side. Now, the earnings per share stood at almost $3.32 as compared to $3.11 expectations, while the revenue came in at roughly $69.63 billion against the expectations of $68.8 billion. Also, this is the slowest revenue growth since mid-2023 as well, and also commentary coming on the weaker side when it comes to Azure's cloud business because execution challenges are there. Apart from this, the growth in the artificial business itself, the company stated there would be roughly $13 billion in annual run rate, while the Q3 March quarter guidance, that is below the street estimates, coming roughly $67.7 billion, and the estimate itself was coming in at $68.7 billion. On the other hand, Meta came out with a December quarter update. This is the fourth quarter for them. The sales numbers exceeded analyst estimates, but the quarterly revenue guidance, that has significantly mixed the overall expectations. If you look at the revenue itself, the number comes in at roughly $48.4 billion against the analyst estimates of $47 billion. And if you look at the revenue guidance coming for the first quarter of calendar year 25, that is coming at roughly $40.65 billion, and the analyst estimate was coming at roughly at $41.65 billion. Now, operating margins, that is up 48.3%, up from 48% in the same quarter last year as well. But largely good set of numbers coming for Meta. And in their aftermarket hours trading, of course, there was a downtake coming for Microsoft, but it was an uptick coming for Meta.
All right. Thank you very much, Sharad, for bringing us all of those details related to these big tech earnings. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep bringing you all of those updates from these big tech companies' earnings next week as well. For now, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Central. Hope you liked the show as much as we did putting it together for you. Goodbye and thank you very much for watching.